2 games, I saw over the season a few more, but now the last 2 games, of course, I had to watch a bit more intense. Really good football playing team in the moment without getting really dangerous in front of the goal. So it means I play around, and we have to run a lot in a week where you play Wednesday and Munich and stuff like that. For us, it would be easier if you have more chances to win the ball, because you cannot win the ball. They play around. They just play around. You have only to close the gaps until they make a mistake or you win the ball one time. It's a strange one, and that was so different to the 2 games we played in that week, Burnley and Munich, and now Fulham. It's 3 nearly different kind of sports. So. That costs us a bit of rhythm, because we scored a wonderful goal. We could have had more of these situations. We were still dominant and stuff like that. But when they had the ball, we had to work a lot. Second half, I thought we had a bit clearer in the situation. We had better chances. In the box, started immediately a little bit better. So that's all okay. It's a normal game against a good football team. So we could have scored, I would say, 1 or 2 more before Fulham. Then we let them back a bit in the game with counterattacks, passing the wrong ball. You see that? It's just the intensity of the competition. It's nothing to do. It's nothing to do with nerves. When Trent passed the ball in the middle of the park, and they get the ball and pass it only one time, and then Babel is against 1 or 2. These situations, they hurt, but it's normal. The goal they scored, obviously, was then I thought a little bit we back for it. There were 2-3 moments when we asked for it. 2-3 moments where it was not exactly like that, but they had their best moments in that period of the game. Then finally they score. But then I saw actually the reaction of my players, and I'm really pleased with that. It was a good reaction. I thought we were, after we got the equalizer, again, much clearer than we were before the equalizer. And so all good reaction. Not a perfect football game, but in a difficult week for us, sensational result, to be honest.
What did you think of the penalty decision?
I don't know. I didn't see it. But so far, nobody told me it was no penalty. That makes me quite comfortable that it was a penalty.
Did you have any doubts when Milner got the ball in the spot?
Come on, I don't want to talk about him. Mo scored a lot of goals when he got the penalties now as well, but when Millie's on the pitch, I think it makes sense, and so wonderful. Doubts not, but even Millie is a human being, so can fail. But no, very, very good.
He said he told us, "Come on, calm it down."
The first ball he got there, he shoots somewhere. Yeah, very nice. So I said that's impact. Without Millie, it's probably 1-0. With Millie, it's 2-1, and that's in 15 minutes. Cool then.
Yeah, what does it say about the character of your side that you didn't have a lot of time to turn things around after they scored, that they didn't panic?
Look, football is sometimes like this. Now we got a penalty, and I think it was a penalty. So, and then now we say we didn't panic. I didn't see us panic. That's right. I liked how we reacted, but we need a penalty for that situation. So we are now. That doesn't say we are sensational, and the boys are human beings. I was sure we will not panic. We will not show like the nerves you are all waiting for that we show them. It's we are long enough now in the situation that we know it's difficult for other teams to beat us. That gives us always the opportunity, pretty much, to win it. So they're very often that we are always I would say against Chelsea long ago, where we won it up. But in most of the draws we had, we were closer to win the game. So that means it gives us, of course, confidence as well, that we know there will come another chance, and come on, go for it, do the right things. Because we didn't do the right things anymore before the equalizer. And at 5-10 minutes before the equalizer, we had so many little mistakes, but made it a wild game. We controlled the game completely, and then we gave Fulham the ball, and then the crowd came and everything, and then it was a bit more exciting again. So now it is like it is. We had a very intense week, how you can imagine, going to Munich, coming back, and all that stuff. Thursday, late in bed, coming back, blah blah blah, all that stuff. Traveling to London is not around the corner for us, huh? So I'm completely fine. How I said, average game, sensational result. Well done.
Neil.
Jurgen, is it important or significant to you and the players that you go into the international break top of the table with 7 games left for the
Which part is important to me? That they.
Is it significant? Is it important? You are top.
Yeah, look, it's the best position you can be in when you leave, when you go. But for us, it was clear. It's always clear when City, they don't look that they drop a lot of points. Honestly, so we have to win. We have to win and to win and to win. That's our job to do. They don't play today. We knew that as well. But now they have a game in hand. That doesn't mean that we are now far away from them or something like this. But of course, more important, it's very important that we won today. You could see it, I think, in our reaction after the game. We were really all very, very happy about that. But the most important thing now is, of course, that they all come back healthy again. So it's now for quite a lot of players come up an intense time with 2 games for most of them. And then we start immediately against Tottenham again, which is an interesting game against a really good football team. So nothing is decided. What we can make sure is that we stay in the race. We stay in the race, and we want to stay in the race. And today we showed that. So all good.
Alison, final question.
Jurgen, it's good news, isn't it, that you've left Fulham feeling indignant and quite good about themselves because they got City next.
You have to start again because I was a bit confused because of Alison. I expected now a man. My Alison looks obviously completely different. So,
it's good news. You'll be leaving Fulham, and Fulham will be leaving feeling indignant and also quite confident, and they're playing City next.
Now I got it. Yeah, it's after the international break. I don't know exactly how many players Fulham, international players Fulham has that they have to go and stuff like that. But City has a lot, I'm pretty sure. So that's then always a different game. But how is that? Fulham plays good football. The next step for them, I don't want to, because Scott will do it by himself, but now the next step is, of course, to create something with it, to get chances or whatever, because it didn't feel that we are proper under threat even when they had the ball, to be 100% honest. But a lot of things are really good, and how I heard, because I didn't play a lot against Fulham yet, when my second game against Fulham, my first game at Fulham, it's kind of the DNA of the club. So and I know how they got promoted last year. We're really football-playing side, so that's all good. But there's so much potential here. So what I like today is obviously they look quite calm. So kind of accepted the situation, and now come on, let's play football again. We worked 1 year so hard for it, or even a few more years so hard for it to get in the Premier League. Now it looks like maybe next year we will not be there, but let's enjoy it still. And that's how it was. Difficult to play, I have to say. Really difficult to play today.
Final question, John.
Can I just very quickly check on Jordan Henderson? Do you think he'll be available to report after the internationals?
Yeah, it's Hendo, and Hendo will go to the national team. I think it will be two or 3 days still at Melwood and make the rehab. But it looks positive. It looks positive, and I think he's in contact with Gareth. That when he can train in that moment, then he goes to the national team, and if he plays, probably will Gareth decide then. But how I said after the game, it was really positive. It was still not able to play today, but it was not that serious. And now, in 3-4 days, he should be fine.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very much.